Hello, everyone. I'm going to share with you an exciting project that I am participating in. This project revolves around the promotion of intra-African trade. Intra-African trade essentially is the trade between African countries on the continent. Africa has 54 countries, and research has shown that the trade between African countries is hovering around 17 or 18%. Whereas if you compare this to the trade on the European continent, on the Asian continents, or in the Americas, you will find that these continents trade in excess of 60%. So there is a compelling case to promote African trade at least to levels that exceed 50%. What has caused this failure amongst African countries to trade among themselves? One key problem that has been identified has been trade information flow. Information has not been flowing amongst African countries, including neighbors. For example, a company that produces fresh fruit produce in Southern Africa is seemingly unable to communicate with firms or countries that are looking for the same product in North Africa, in East Africa, West Africa, or Central Africa. So there is an institution that has taken up an initiative to try and promote and enhance trade amongst African countries. This institution is essentially looking at establishing what are called African trade centers across the continent. They have identified 7 countries on the continent that they feel would be ideal to have the first trade centers on the continent. For those of you who are knowledgeable with the World Trade Center, arrangement across the world. The World Trade Center is a licensing arrangement where major capital cities across the globe can set up World Trade Centers in their respective countries to promote trade. These facilities normally house hotel facilities, they house offices, they house conferencing facilities, they house trade center hubs, knowledge centers that essentially create an ecosystem that promotes trade amongst on a global level. However, this institution is trying to take up this initiative on a pan-Africa scale to try and promote the trade amongst African countries. So I'm excited to be part of this initiative, and my involvement entails the end-to-end procurement process of these establishments. So we're essentially looking at pre-feasibility, feasibility studies, the core procurement process of design firms, engineering firms that will design these facilities. From there, go on to the contractors and subcontractors, the construction project itself, up to delivery of the complete projects. Once these projects are complete, service providers will then come in and provide the various aspects of these facets, be it the hotel, be it the office towers, be it the conferencing and trade promotion facilities. Once that is done, it is hoped and expected that the small business, the small enterprise in Africa who has excess produce can approach these trade hubs, seek information, market their product, and be able to safely sell their produce to another country on the continent. Equally, these platforms will provide virtual or digital platforms. They can provide physical platforms where small businesses, medium-sized businesses, or even corporates can access trade information about the continent, where they can access service, where they can access goods. And on the flip side, there is this platform will also allow investors to come in if they are intending to promote the production of a certain product in a country. They can access the channel to trade, to promote the production of that product so that they can access it. So it will create an ecosystem that will allow African countries to be able to see what demand there is on the continent, what produce there is on the continent, what services there is on the continent without too much difficulty. Equally, and more importantly, it will be the access to the supply chain that will facilitate safe trade from the person who's releasing the goods or service to the person who is receiving the goods, to ensure that standardization is promoted, to ensure that quality is promoted, to ensure that safe transactions are promoted without other parties losing their funding. So yeah, I am very excited to be part of this big project, which can take the continent of Africa from where it is to a more advanced trade ecosystem that is able to sense where demand is apparent, where surplus is apparent, and this will not only promote trade amongst African countries, but the capacity that we have been built in these local firms, in these local companies, will definitely allow for the promotion of trade with other continents on an equal footing. So yeah, I hope this project takes off within the next couple of months into years, and we will be able to deliver this great initiative. Thank you very much.